Arkansas Legislative Council members signed off on several measures today that will impact state prisons. Samantha Boyd was at those meetings. She has the latest on what changes those efforts will now bring.
The three biggest talkers this week were essentially all about money, from funding for state prisons, medical contract, to enhanced security that will now be provided for Governor Sarah Sanders' protection detail, to also the new fines that will be issued against pharmacy benefit managers. Despite debate over the proposed $1.5 billion medical contract for the Arkansas Department of Corrections, the funding was signed off in Friday's meeting. Hester says in the future they'll need to use a different process when deciding on contracts.
Money has to be part of a procurement of a contract.
It's clear that we didn't meet your expectations. Since we've opened all of our scores, and as we just discussed, the result was the same even when we did consider the pricing.
The committee also approved another sum of money, giving state police $1.2 million in federal grants for enhanced security for Governor Sarah Sanders.
If it had been a Democrat governor or Republican governor, members by far agree that we're going to spend whatever money it takes, whatever money the law enforcement tells us to keep them safe, we're going to do that.
Finally, an emergency rule also passed on Friday. This directs the state insurance department to fine pharmacy benefit managers up to $5,000 per violation of state law. That requires them to pay pharmacies fair rates. Lawmakers say if PBMs do not pay those fines, it could result in increased prescription prices passed on to Arkansans.
Everybody knows inflation's miserable. Hopefully we're plateauing, but this is just going to add and take away a little, or has the potential to.
I agree, and what's critical is going to be the bulletin that we write that defines these standards.
But Senate President Bart Hester says ideally they would find more ways to hold those PBMs accountable.
Well, I think that this will be a fight that just starts again in the session. We come into session for the 95th in January, and I assume this fight will continue at that point.
And that was Samantha Boyd reporting. You can read more about the decisions on KAIT8.com.